and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here comes the Texans now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's looking deep for Bell. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we have reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Watson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
He's intended for Damian Bradley.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now an option play on 2nd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Whitney merciless. Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Sacked there by Whitney Merciless, and sometimes he gets overlooked on this Houston defense with J.J. Watt on that side of the ball. But remember, he was the first-round pick for this Texans team back in 2012, and in 2019 led the team with 7.5 sacks and 4 forced fumbles.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Still on his, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Duke Johnson.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans claw one back. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. So they do one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City, very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
18 more yards there and another 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Bell. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
That's a really...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt him, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard.
Houston set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Flush to his right.
Watson on the keeper. A gain of 9 yards.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Houston.
To the air yet again, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Got an open man, it's QT. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, yardage.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
A lane open gains here. He's past the 30. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff.
44-yard line.
Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now running right through it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
The ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
For Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, now. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Tonight.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each. This is the player card. Here you can. This is the development. This is the abilities. This player has a zone ability. This is a power. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan. You have grades for browse available players to improve your team. In offensive and defensive, each week you can, once you've made your game plan, choose to start training.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Chargers offense set to go to work. Leading that offense, the rookie from Oregon who was drafted number 6 overall, Justin Herbert.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception, and
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. This complete to Henry over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 6 catches, 79 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And back for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll look to throw right away. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 89 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Harrison Butker.
They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense, because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, he's got
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First down.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Notty with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
That's such an impressive first half to get that. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Homer. And trouble, the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. This will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Taking it about the 16. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Linval Joseph able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Complete to Mecole Hardman.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of Mecole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season, 538 yards.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a full race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Eckler. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's taken down.
Loss on the play.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Keeps himself upright. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he's got it up and through. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3-and-out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 32-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. The kicker here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Herbert throwing again. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular season. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him a gain of 37. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. That's a tough combination to defend. You know, Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
Butker on for the PAT.
The kick is good.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25 yards.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off there at the 32. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. too long, a coverage sack, down he goes. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up third down.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
That's the end.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Chargers, nothing.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Here's Hardman on the return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First down.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes the front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominated.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
To
Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Elite. Herbert has it knocked free.
Patrick Mahomes sacked. A fumble on the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Right side, Henry's got it.
Herbert's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A gain of 7.
Hunter Henry entered the league. People are really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
At their own 20-yard 6-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Looking downfield for Kelsey. But he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 10 yards to
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
6-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
And he will score. Touchdown. Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. Middle, and it's incomplete. On
Austin Eckler the intended target.
But it's going to be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Herbert.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Herbert back to the air. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Herbert. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out. So it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's complete to Kelsey.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And Mahomes opting to keep this one.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd
and Mahomes going to run again.
The Chargers 40-40.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
The tackle made by Rayshon Jenkins.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another... This player's development trait is hidden. Put this player in your life.